Start streaming. Go live. Let's see how this looks. Let's see how it looks. Dana White's Contender Series. Where the fuck is my chat? There's my chat. Find the YouTube chat real quick over here. Contender Series is live. Let's put that on here. That's there. There we go. Okay, there's my TikTok. Where the hell is my YouTube chat? Let's see if I can get my YouTube chat up real quick. You're the second. We're doing Dana White's Contender Series watch along. We're not doing the giveaway today. Relax on the guest request. We're not doing the giveaway. You don't gotta spam the guest requests and look for it. Greetings from Tel Aviv, or the Hostese. How are we today? I'm doing well. It's Contender Series Day. So we're happy with it. We're live. We're excited for Contender Series. Do I beat Lima Boss? No, sir. No, sir. Unfortunately, you do not. You do not, unfortunately. I gotta get the YouTube chat up real quick. Let me get the YouTube chat fixed. Every fight by knockout. I think every fight's gonna end by finish. I'm not entirely certain about knockout. Knockout's a little bit shaky on that one, but finish, yes. Finish, yes. I do believe finish is possible. Who's the girl Mirror, bro? What do you mean, who's the girl Mirror? It's Frank Mir's daughter. Bella Mir is Frank Mir's daughter. That's a huge fight. You gotta lock in with that one. Where am I? I'm in Myrtle Beach. We are in Myrtle Beach right now. Where's the stream? We're here. What are you talking about? A little bit late, but you know. Let me get the YouTube chat over here. Make sure that's popped up. Everything's set up. We're ready for Dana White's Contender Series. Who watches WMMA? We do. Kiss ass if you don't. There are a bunch of sick fights on there. We've seen some of the sickest fights of the year be women's MMA fights. Remember Gigi Canuto versus shit, what was the other lady's name? Foro? I think it was Foro. Canuto versus Foro. I'm not in my room because I'm on vacation. What do you mean, where am I? And you asked me where I am. I tell you I'm on vacation. You're like, why are you not in your room? I'm on my vacation, asshole. What day are the fights? They're right now. What are you talking about? The fights start in a moment. They're just getting prepared for everything. Dude only picks favorites. Well, we had underdogs in the rest of the cards, and I announced this week that I don't entirely believe that why the fuck is there Wheel of Fortune on my thing? Why am I watching Wheel of Fortune on Paramount? Why is it cropped? Does everything look good? What's the problem right now with the stream? Am I from Jordan? No, I'm from Lebanon. Trying to get the YouTube chat. Oh, YouTube chat is up. Okay, just making sure. I also need to put in. Nope, get that out of the way. What's going on here? I got that out. Want to make sure I can get the clock up for you guys here. Give me 1 sec. We do want to get the clock up as we roll in with this. Watch Contender Series live. You're not pulling up to my vacation spot, bro. Relax. Women's main event. It's Bella Mir, and Bella Mir is gonna bring back the women's bantamweight division. And by back, I mean really, there's nothing else there. Am I delusional for still believing in Conor? He's a 38-year-old right now on hiatus again. So yeah, you are delusional. Can you win a fight? Yes. Can you win a fight against a top guy in the UFC? Absolutely not. No, not even remotely close. So let me get the clock. Not the control center clock, the Safari clock. Here we go. All right, let's get that in here. And then let me get that set up like this and like this. So now we have the fight clock at the top. And I'm pretty sure that's there on TikTok as well. Damn it, that's got to move down a little bit for TikTok. There we go. So there's the fight clock in the top left corner. Umar sub. I do believe Umar will win. Yes, I do believe Umar will win that. Where is this? Donde está this? There we go. All right. Got my chats, got everything set up. Any chance could you end stream? Kiss my ass, I'll go. You're in here every single time, bro. You're in here every single time. Your vids confuse me, lol. Sometimes you shit on Dagestanis and sometimes you defend them. Because it's not about taking a side. It's about talking about exactly whatever is presented to us in the moment. everybody wants it to be like a favorite thing. I'm just covering what's in front of us and ripping into it. For example, I made a whole conversation about how the Dagestani record that they keep showing for Team Khabib and the fact that it's 102 or 109-2, and they just leave out Abu Bakr, Tagir, and all these other guys. You got TikTok. Okay, bro. Vic, you're getting muted for the live. Because I'm not dealing with you today, Vic. Am I in a hotel? Yes. That's why I'm in a whole different fucking setting. Who's going to win, Petrozello or Galante? The guy I have circled on the screen. My predictions are on the screen right now. Galante is the guy I have winning in that one. If you guys are not already following, by the way, click the follow button. We're live for the entire Dana White's Contender Series card, as expected. Even when we're on vacation, we're doing these full fight card watch-alongs because work does not stop. And I do enjoy this stuff anyway, so I might as well keep doing it, right? What time is the first fight starting? It's starting right now. It's starting right now. Can we get a face reveal? Fuck yourself. Sean Clancy knockout in 1 minute, I reckon. I think Clancy's going to get a big knockout in this fight. GTFC Max, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Where are you vacationing at? Myrtle Beach. Myrtle Beach is for bums. Real ones swim in the swamps of Louisiana. I start work 9 to 5 on Thursday. Hey, man, it gives you something to do. Vic, after getting muted, sent the gifts. Thank you, Vic, for the gifts. The roses, the heart puffs, the clap claps, and the heart me. Why do you lie about Morales and Amosov on 330? Covered it. It never really was a lie. It was just a false report that was given to me that I ended up taking because that report was, well, not the report, the source was validated over a year and ended up being the one time they were wrong. Unlucky for me. The guru type of community about hating on some region every single time, even if they do, is ruining MMA. Yeah, I mean, trying to generalize fighters and stuff like that into groups, I like, obviously there are groups of them. You do have to talk about them in groups sometimes relative to the conversation, but if I'm talking about Team Khabib and the record being imploded and kind of inflated just because not of the competition they fought, but more so of like they're leaving out certain guys of the team. At the same time, I'm also going to be talking about how people completely ridicule them for not fighting anybody and having inflated records because of the garbage competition they faced. Then they rip on Khabib. Let us get a room tour. This is a random ass hotel room, my man. And no, because I'm not trying to give whereabouts on some shit. There are some weird ass people online. Let's spar. Not really interested. Thank you though. Will bro finally go 5-0 in the predictions? Almost like never will we go 5-0 on Dana White's Contender Series at this point. Sean Clancy, future champion. A little too early to tell about future champion. I'll see how he looks right now, but like, I'm not entirely sold on that. Let's spar, but in bed low key. Mods, ban fermented pickle, please. Like your earbuds, what brand are they? These are Power Beat Pros. I like them a lot. Late as always. I wasn't late. I was like a minute or two off. Minute or two. Why are you spamming that? You weren't actually getting muted. Now you're getting muted. Bro, I mean, this guy's an idiot. Do you think Bellamir is going over at 1.5 total rounds? It's possible, but I'm not going to be entirely like jump on it. The event. Yeah, the event's always late. Are you going live for the card this week? I will be landing my flight Friday, midday, and I'll be live 12 hours later for the freaking China card. The UFC Shanghai card. Bellamir could possibly win a decision. The odds are so good on that. I genuinely believe that she's going to submit her. She's right now leaning towards being a bigger favorite than Bilal Hassan, meaning the biggest favorite in Contender Series history. Am I using a mic? Yes, this piece of shit right here. It's what I use for my videos, but it's going to be a little bit worse right now. You better scream for every knockout. I don't care. You're in a hotel. I could give a fuck where I am. I'm reacting as I usually react for anything. Last week I was at Dana White's Contender Series. Front row was the best card ever. That was probably one of the sickest things ever. You got earbuds on. I got power beats on right now for the just so I can listen to like the shots being landed. Because I'm on my laptop right now doing the freaking stream. And so it's going to be shittier quality and it's going to be shittier background, everything. Not as good of a setup. We're basically going to have this today, tomorrow, and Thursday alongside all of the Only MMA show episodes until Saturday, or until obviously next week, because I'm here until Friday. So, but Friday's stream will be back at my usual setup. Yeah, boss, thank you for the gifts. Vic, thank you for the claps. Am I ready to go 1 and 4 again? 1 out of 4? It would be 1 out of 5. Got a fresh cut? Yeah, a little bit. Are you watching Contender Series this week? Eric, what the fuck are we doing, man? What's your setup for the stream? My MacBook, this mic, and my phone for watching the Contender Series. This is horrible. Why'd you block your biggest... Oh, Fenn's here. Did I block you? Lord knows what you were doing, man. You're probably getting annoying. Namo Fazil versus Daniel Zellhuber is official. That's not official. No way in the UFC, at least it's not. And there's no chance where Namo Fazil is getting a single fight right now after taking the damage he just took. Where can we watch? It's always on Paramount Plus. It's always on Paramount. Bring Paramount to Canada. I don't know who the hell you think I am. Are me and Jet Chaos tight? My man, we're two content creators. What are you talking about tight? No, barely any of us know. Barely any of the content creators know each other in person. Impossible. That was not the reason I blocked you. I guarantee you that. Yo, I'm gonna go take a nap. Let me know though. Yeah, I got you, Lucas. DBM, bring Paramount to Mexico or else. I got you. I'll hit up Dana. UFC should stream Dana White's Contender Series on YouTube to promote. Honestly, I'm shocked they didn't go to YouTube for this. I thought Dana White's Contender Series was like a shoe-in for YouTube. I thought that was like a clear as day, easy way for them to push it, but no. Here we go. First fight of the night. I'm gonna go get some water real quick. All right. Bring back pay-per-view or else. Why the hell would you want pay-per-view? If you come to New Jersey, you will be welcomed with open arms. I'm gonna tell you this right now. I'll probably be in Jersey in November because I'm going to New York for the Madison Square Garden card for UFC in November 14th. It's been announced for, so I'll be there that week, probably that Monday. I want to be there for basically a whole week. I'm gonna watch a Knicks game in Madison Square Garden, and then I'm thinking of going to Jets Bills that same Sunday. Jets Bills is November 15th, that Sunday in New Jersey. So depends on how far that drive is from New York to New Jersey. Other than that, yeah, I don't see why not. I will be exhausted out of my mind, but I'll still probably do it. This card is hot buttons. No, it's not. It's not as good as last card, but last card's way too good to even compare anybody to. Will the delay be bad at the hotel? I usually get off to your fight yells. I mean, Eric, worst case scenario, you can go kind of like you can go sync it up on YouTube because that's what the fight clock's for. Is an MMA outlet sending you to the fights? No. I pay for them. You're banned from Madison Square Garden, bud. Nice try, though. No, I'm not. I will be there for Knicks Cavs, and I'll be there for Jets, hopefully. Jets Bills would be nice. When does the card start? Right now, first fight of the night is happening right now. Galante just walked out. So it's going to be Galante. Galante. Wide my power. Whoa. Bro, I have to. Oh my god, Dennis came in and started throwing. That's why. Okay, so. Bro. This guy. I gotta make sure this is off. Hold up. So is the mic still working right now? It should be good. Right? Mic is still good, right, boys? Mic is still... Okay, it is still good. It is still good. Mic is still good. Okay, we're good. Dennis is sending more of his money. Appreciate you, Dennis. I hope they stack the New York card. It's almost impossible for them not to stack the New York card. They almost always stack these New York cards. I fear oiling up. I'm not doing that. I'm not oiling up on stream. I get 100,000 followers on TikTok before September. I'll do it there. Not gonna happen. What's up from England? How you doing, Ron? Does Bella get fraud checked today? No, she's gonna submit her as soon as she gets her to the ground. Genuinely, what is this music? It's this guy named Dan, his fan page, who's apparently has some sort of association of Dylan Dennis because Dylan Dennis came to the YouTube and donated $50 yesterday. And this guy's been spamming music in the TikTok chat, and it's been like loads of money. It might be Dylan Dennis running his own fan page. Which, I mean, with the way he's been spending money, it very well could be. Awful Mike, well, yeah, that's kind of where I am. When you block most of your fans. Well, no, not really. There are 82,000 followers. I can't really block most of them. I think I have like 7 people blocked. You're one of them. But you're on the YouTube. Which I might end up just blocking you here too, and you just have to keep making burners. Do we not think any underdogs are going to win today? No, I don't think any underdogs are winning on this card, to be honest. Best chance for an underdog upset. Probably co-main event. I don't know. It's weird, man. I don't see this card having many great underdogs. There are 3 giant favorites on the card. Sean Clancy, Humphrey, and Bellamere. I don't think either of those 3 are going to lose. So it's between this Galanti fight right here with Petruzella, and then you have Piazon versus Uriel. I doubt either one of them are going to... I'd be shocked. I think this is a... Yeah, I'm going to have to probably keep it going from there. Here we go. I had a very bad day at work. At least Dana White's Contender Series is on. That's the best part about it. Here we go. Round 1 of Galanti versus Petruzella. Petruzella in the red, Galanti in the blue. Galanti the favorite. We have all 5 favorites on this Dana White's Contender Series card. A little scarce one so far. The music that you guys are hearing right now is Dylan Dennis fan page sending it. Galanti in immediately on the double leg. Stuffed by Petruzella. Petruzella immediately trying to frame off on the head. Pushing his face off. We're doing Build the Fighter tomorrow. As long as... Oh! He's out cold! Oh my god, already? Stop the fight, he's out! Already. First round knockout. 36 seconds for Nick Galanti. Oh my god. Right hand out the clinch. Right off of the takedown attempt. Look at that. Frames off. Big uppercut. And then an overhand right. As, oh my god. Petruzella was trying to throw his own. Puts him out. Oof, man. Oh my god. Oh my god. I just reset the clock here. Holy man, what a knockout to start it off. I don't know, bro. The ref not stopping it. Bro, he was out. He was literally out. Who the hell is that? He was out for a bit too. Ref made him take way too much damage. Way more damage than he needed to. This is why you watch the Dana White's Contender Series. This is why you watch it, and this is why you're here. What is that music? It's this fan page. This Dylan Dennis fan page. Let's see how much money he's sent on this live so far. He has sent probably over $100 himself already. But we're here. Insane knockout. What a freaking knockout to start it off, man. Petruzella getting put out cold by Nick Galanti in the first round. Expected it to be more of a grappling match, and it did look like Galanti was trying to entertain it. All of a sudden, out cold. It's funny watching Dana White's Contender Series because they go all out and then they get the craziest finishes. It is. It's literally the most entertaining thing you could watch. It is the most entertaining thing you could watch. Sick one. Turn off the music. I literally can't. I literally can't. I don't know what to tell you. TikTok will not let me turn it off. Yeah, I can't stream it, obviously. I can't show you guys what it looks like. How to watch. It's on Paramount Plus, guys. We're on Paramount Plus. First fight, first round knockout. Nick Galanti puts Petruzella out cold early. Do you think Namo has a chance to make it to the UFC? Yes, he's a good fighter. They are donations, yes. I'm gonna block him. I'm gonna block him. I'm gonna block him. It's too, bro. He's also, it's like, it's gonna keep him from spending so much money. I blocked him. I blocked him. So he shouldn't be able to donate anymore. Bro, every live is just spamming. This guy's sending he sent probably $3,000 himself on these streams alone, just sending music in the chat. Just for Dylan Dennis. I blocked him. I blocked him. I blocked him. I can't keep ruining the lives. Got to be someone else's card? What do you mean? What's going on, Fiend? I only look down to eat my fries and it's over. Was that better than last week's knockout? You're almost never going to find. I mean, it's going to be so scarce to find a better knockout than Brito's knockout last week. I see your profile picture, Fiend. Clancy did not fight yet. No, we're all in the first fight of the night so far. No way someone is sad enough to spend $3,000 on music and TikTok Live. My man, it might be Dylan Dennis, like, on an alt account. Because Dylan Dennis said I was, like, he said I was talking shit about Dylan Dennis, and he sent, like, he's been sending these for, like, a week now. Almost $3,000 straight. And then on YouTube, Dylan Dennis's actual YouTube account donates $50 and says, I heard you've been talking shit. Which, by the way, I never made a video on it. But then I let Dylan Dennis know that he shouldn't be re-signed to RAF. Thank you, Kia. Appreciate you. Britos from your gym. Bro, I mean, the reaction I had to that knockout, good lord. Dream Uncle Law hit. Bro, what? I'll show you how to stream. I know how to stream it. I'd literally get completely screwed over. Do I make content full time? Yes. Sean Clancy masterclass soon. One more fight and then Sean Clancy. One more fight than Sean Clancy. Do you think Brito can have a lot of success in the UFC? Yes, I think he can have a good amount of success. I think he's very solid. I think he's very tricky to deal with as well. You think he's getting a contract? He just knocked him out in 35 seconds. Yes, he's getting a contract. All right, unless you're talking about Sean Clancy, which yes, I believe everybody is getting a contract on this card. Galante and Petrozello was the one I was a little bit shaky on, but he just knocked him out in 35 seconds, so no. Can I unblock you? No, there's a reason you're probably blocked, so I'm good. How far do you think Marco Barbosa, Marcel Barbosa? I think he can go pretty decently, but like we haven't really seen enough out of him. He's fought two complete, really non-UFC level caliber. I mean, what, Bazookia and then Koos were his two guys? So no. When am I making my MMA debut? Quite literally never. It's going to be good. When am I bringing back the Afro? Never. Do you see Kevin Vallejos there? No. I know Kevin Vallejos doesn't have a date for his next fight, though. If you're not already following, by the way, we're live for the entire card. One fight down. Humphrey up next. Humphrey is about to be knocking out Miranda. Miranda says he's going to knock out Humphrey in round 2, saying that Humphrey's only a one-round fighter, so we're about to find out as well. I'm not unblocking Trey. Get rid of the fake Rohan account. Sean Clancy's going to win, bro. Don't even trip. Sean Clancy's going to win. And yes, you don't have to worry about Blockhead Duncan being the only guy you watch. Do you think Mir will live up to the hype? Yes. So I watched the tape on Bella Mir. She's still green. She has the boxing. She definitely has the boxing, but she's green. Gets hit a little bit. But women's bantamweight doesn't have like the craziest of boxers to begin with anyways. And she has some very solid wrestling and some very solid jiu-jitsu. She's going to be champion in the UFC. Galante won by round 1 knockout, 35 seconds in. 35 seconds in. That's not why I blocked you, Nicola. I don't even know why you're still here. Let me mute. Are women's fights really fun? I never watch them. Yes, it's just it's never about... You guys got to stop with the whole generalization bullshit. There are shitty men's fights. There are shitty women's fights. There are horrible fights on both ends of the spectrum, and you know that. You have seen so many boring UFC fights. You don't say men's MMA is boring. You've also seen some insane women's MMA fights, and you don't say women's MMA is insane. You just generalize it because you don't want to watch one of them because you just sit by everybody else's comments on it. We just watched Gigi Canuto versus Foro, one of the best fights of the year. That was one of the sickest ones ever. Zhang Weili versus Ioane and Jacek is literally one of the greatest fights of all time. There are many, many great fights. Bellamir, I think, is going to be very dominant in this fight. She's worth watching. How much money would it take for you to fight in street beefs? Too much. Way too much. I'm not trying to take any brain damage, man. I'm not trying to give my dad a heart attack. DBM, can I sleep over? I'm good, though. Thank you. Women's MMA isn't even that bad anymore. It's getting better and better. The finish rate's getting a little bit higher overall. I think they're much more interesting prospects. Carly Judice. Look at literally last week. Carly Judice and Chanel Dyer both got sick knockouts. Fine gods, How much money to fight on brand risk? Again, way too much. Not because I believe I deserve that much money to be fighting and I'm some high demand shit on, but like the whole point of it is I don't want to get hit in the head ever. Am I confident in being able to win a fight? Maybe, but like I've never trained proactively. 5K, never. It has to be a certain amount of money to where I'm gonna look at my dad. I'm like, I'll get hit in the head for this amount. This guy said 20 mil. 20 mil, I'd strip naked and do it on brand risk. Are you out of your damn mind? $20 million. You don't want Hunter and Dana to watch you on brand risk mid-UFC event. $25K in health insurance. No. $25,000 isn't worth getting. Lord knows what could happen to you. Six figures, I'd do it in a heartbeat. Anything outside of 100K, wouldn't do it. Never. Never. Why would I get hit in the head to be on brand risk? Why would I do that? There's no point. I want my kids to have a coherent dad, so it's kind of my objective. Thoughts on Bellato versus Clancy Jr.? Clancy Jr. I don't know why Bellato's even in DNO's contenders here. I think he's literally just there to be set up, to be honest. It seems like that's exactly what they're doing that for. Getting CTE is a good thing, though. Yeah, I mean, you could just base it off of a lot of people, what's going on with them, you know what I mean? If you get knocked out for $20,000, you're getting clowned plus barely any money. $20,000 is not barely any money. Thoughts on Yuri maybe getting a title shot? It would be one of the worst things the UFC have done in a while. Literally completely undeserved and literally no reason for Yuri to be getting something like that right now. It would make quite literally no sense. I think I said literally like 7 times in that. Yo, thanks, bro. Almost forgot it's DWCS today. Yeah, DWCS is right now. Already first fight of the night gone, though. Brandon, how you doing, my guy? Thank you for the heart, man. Thank you for the 20 roses, bro. How you doing, bro? Thoughts on... Okay. You think Mira is going to go over 1.5 rounds? I think she's going to probably submit her early, but it's a weird fight. You never know. I didn't make it for Cyril. I didn't make sense for Cyril to get all the belt opportunities he had either. I mean, yeah, it didn't make sense. Oh, it didn't make sense. I mean, I agree. Cyril Gane's had 5 title opportunities. He doesn't deserve them. I mean, we've seen it plenty of times in the UFC, but we're here now. I did not get a Galaxy. What are you talking about? Oh, Brandon got... Oh, my God. Brandon did say in the Galaxy. Bro, I have one screen. If you could see the screen that I have right now, sometimes it doesn't update on my chat, and I didn't see it on the screen. Brandon, you legend. The heart me, the 20 roses, and the freaking Galaxy right after. Holy shit, bro. Brandon, you got to stop doing that, man. I appreciate you so much, bro. Thank you so much. W. Brandon in the chat, man. This guy's a cornball. Your name is Friends and a Family, and you're going into an MMA chat saying this guy's a cornball. Forgot the apostrophe on guys as well. Hold. Gaethje getting the interim shot with Patty made no sense either, and look how that turned out. I mean, just because it turned out well doesn't mean it should have made sense. Just doesn't mean it should have happened. He could have earned it in a much better light. Obviously, we forget about it now, and that's what the UFC's goal is. But don't buy into it. Kavanaugh versus Tamarov is the hardest prediction of all. I think Tamarov's going to knock him out, to be honest. I think Tamarov can match the speed and the explosiveness. I actually think Tamarov having that quick start, I think it's going to be bad for Lunny. I love Lunny. I think it's a bad matchup. Brandon, bro, you're the goal, man. I appreciate you so much, my man. All love. I can't wait. The only problem with going on vacation is these streams, is the way these streams are kind of set up now. It's like it's very difficult for me to get good quality streams for you guys and have it set up properly. I'm gonna have to start like figuring out a way to get a good setup on the road. Why am I always crashing out in your videos? It's contingent upon the topic. That's what's important. Chris Weidman saying that Max Holloway versus Justin Gaethje 2 makes sense is a load of bullshit. Yo, just at work, Mr. For 30 minutes. What fights have I missed? Only the first fight, Austin. 35-second knockout. 36-second knockout. MMA Guru's birthday. I did see that. Happy birthday to Guru. The pioneer of this all. Quite literally. I don't know why people are saying that Yuri would fight Costa for the interim. You could kind of say that. Guru is the reason any of us really exist. Temerov doesn't stand a chance against Kavanaugh. I would love Lunny to win. I'm hoping Lunny wins, but I don't think it's going to happen. Adam Darby will be fighting soon in the Contender Series. He's going to be champion. You've heard a lot of people, a couple people talk about him. Haven't looked him up yet. We'll see how that goes. Brandon, thank you for the 15 finger hearts. Appreciate you, my man. Derek Lavery, thank you for the 6 roses. Maruf, thank you for the 2 go lives. And Derek, thank you for the 4 roses after that. Thank you, man. Lonnie could be anyone on his day, but Temerov is a stylistic nightmare. Quite literally exactly how I view that. P.O. Warchik. I have not seen anything on P.O. Warchik. DWCS September 22nd. So with Dana White's Contender Series, I don't really look at any of the fighters up until like the weekend of. So after Saturday, basically. So Saturday, for UFC Shanghai, I'll watch the fights. And then later in the day, if not, then on Sunday, I look at Dana White's Contender Series and then do the predictions from there. If you could, would you have a sleepover with all your followers? That is, you know how many people 82,000 are? Nearly 83,000. It's a scary number to even think about. Imagine all that in a house. Maruf is the guy's name that donated a gift. Hunter and Dana better give Shamil Ziev Cyril gone or it's going to be bad. I can't say that. I don't think you could say that either, Nick, but... When is the shower stream? Mods, Ben KZ. Did you watch The Ultimate Fighter? No, I did not. Did not really feel like there was much incentive to watch Daniel Cormier and Michael Bisping coach again with no real fight actually stemming off of that. I feel like Ultimate Fighter's big draw is that it's reality TV, which is no longer really prevalent in there. It's just more so backstory fight. The fights are obviously a draw themselves. But when the fight is like 15 to 20% of every episode and the rest of his backstory is how entertaining is it really. And then the other appeal of it is actual UFC appeal, where you have a big UFC matchup and some drama being brought into it. Drama in the UFC is no longer built. The UFC doesn't really get their noses into drama anymore. They don't push these fighters to have some sort of issue. Do you think Clancy gets a finish? Yes, I think Clancy wins by knockout here. Here we go. Humphrey versus Miranda. Looking forward to Islam versus Adriano Martins too. All right. I will look into those fighters on the week of the Dana White Contender Series fight. I don't care who's going to stop me. I certainly do not have the jurisdiction to do so. What's up, Pa? You ever thought about starting your own company? You talking about MMA? Who the fuck do you think I am? You know how much money that is? Here we go. First round of Humphrey versus Miranda. And immediately Humphrey on that double leg. Miranda was trying to get very aggressive early. Told you guys about Humphrey's wrestling being a very big piece of his game here. Arjun, are we serious? Are we serious? Oh, it's a fake Arjun. Okay, I was about to say. I mean, look at Humphrey. Immediately on the back of Miranda. Nasty double leg. Beautiful entry. And is hammering on Miranda with ground and pound immediately with the right hand. It's a big stylistic, not stylistic, just overall technical or just a level mismatch here. Ian Gary caught a straight. I don't mind that. How about Muhammad? Thank you for the follow. Miranda does get up. He does get up. Humphrey unable to hold him down, but Humphrey trying to lift him heavily with that body lock here. Miranda fighting the grip. Now the grip of Humphrey completely broken. That looked like a low blow, kind of with the knee. Big shots right there from Miranda. Now Humphrey back on his feet against Miranda here. Miranda looking to counter. Big swing to the body Miranda looks for. But immediately an insane double leg from Humphrey as Miranda tried to start immediately explosive. Beautiful low kick right there from Miranda on the inside. Miranda trying to counter heavy. Humphrey trying to find his way inside and land the big shots. Miranda just looks like he's like labored with the shots that he's throwing. Really kind of like a little bit of a sluggish shot every time. Little high kick right there from Humphrey. Kind of set up pretty decently. Miranda trying to invest in the body of Humphrey here. Overhead right for Humphrey. Drops Miranda. Miranda looked like he got hurt there. Don't know if that landed heavy. That's a fake arching. There's a nasty rip to the body from Miranda and another one. There's another double leg right there for Humphrey. Bro, his double legs are very, very heavy. Solid, heavy double legs there. We want an R.I.P. Dolly Parton. Did Dolly Parton pass away? Another good takedown right there for Humphrey. Big ground and pound. If he puts the hooks in, he has a lot of work to do here. But he's focused on really just holding the body lock and landing big shots. There's a big knee for Humphrey. Humphrey, and another one. Miranda's smiling, though. Big combination. Said he has the heart of a Mexican. Let's see how that goes. Oh, big right for Miranda. Miranda's literally just swinging wide to the body and head. And Humphrey not really looking to have a big counter off of him. This could be a big upset here, boys. This could be a big upset here. Another nasty rip to the body from Miranda. I mean, he's just throwing heavy. Oh, stiff jab for Humphrey. Drops Miranda. Big rights. Oh, another knee. Elbows for Humphrey. Could Miranda's durability. Oh, another elbow for Humphrey there. Could Miranda's durability wear on Humphrey a little bit? Discourage him a little bit later. Yeah, blood busted. If you don't want it like that, though, go to the YouTube. I mean, big busted cut right there on Miranda as well. A lot of blood. Body lock. Heavy takedown right there for Humphrey. Just more ground and pound. Those are a lot of back of the head shots. It's a nasty cut. Where am I from? Lebanon. Miranda is getting battered. But he is a dog. Another knee from Humphrey. Miranda, every time he gets up, is just throwing hook after hook, body shot after body shot. I'm doing well, Venom. How you doing, Habib? Another takedown right there for Humphrey. Get in the back. There we go. There is a hook there for Humphrey. Now he has both hooks in. Looking to try to get a choke on Miranda here. Miranda trying to frame off. Humphrey doing a very good job focusing on position as a part of the submission, as opposed to solely the submission. Some more heavy ground and pound from Humphrey. I mean, he's getting flattened. Nasty from Humphrey. Nasty damage from Humphrey. Tries a heavy elbow there. Minute left in the fight. There is a choke. And Humphrey has it. Miranda's probably going to tap. That's tight. That is tight. And he taps. Oh, my God. What an absolute... First of all, what a sick fight. Oh. 2 first round finishes. The blood makes it sick. Yeah, I told you guys. So it's harder to get a rear naked choke dry than it is when it's wet. They always say, oh, when they're wet and slippery, it's harder to hold on to them. A rear naked choke, when somebody's wet, when they're sweaty, when there's blood, you have it slipping under. It goes under the chin. It's a lot harder to fight off. Nice performance from Humphrey. Giant favorite and looked all of it. Looked all of it. No, Jado's not my cousin. Beautiful performance. Another first round finish. Really sick card so far, man. 2 first round finishes back to back already. That was a super high pace too, bro. Ridiculous pace. Yeah, Miranda fought, man. That knee that cut him, and then an elbow following it. Humphrey's there to fight, man. I love Dana White's Contender Series. You won't get better than it. You won't get better than Dana White's Contender Series. I already matched my win total from last week. To be fair, last week was ridiculous. Last week was insane. 3 fights left now already. 4. This is okay, but this is the type of pacing we need, man. This is the type of pacing we need. We're 40 minutes in. Let's not milk it now. 2 fights already down within 40 minutes. Let's keep it going. Let's just keep it moving. We don't need to completely flatten us with what's it called? Guys, stop sending them music gifts, man. I'm gonna have to stop that. That was so much blood. Yeah, fair enough. I don't report fake news. I've only reported one piece of news. It was a validated news source for about a year or so, and ended up getting the one thing, not necessarily incorrect, but ended up just looking like it was incorrect, unfortunately. It ended up being a little bit later on. Amazing first time watching Contender Series. Lucas, you missed an all-time card last week. All-time knockout, all-time card last week. One of the most entertaining cards you'll ever watch in your life was last week. But yeah, Dana White Contender Series for the most part is always fun. What a not even a knockout. What a finish for Ronald Humphrey. Where were you rooting for Namo? Yes, of course I was rooting for Namo. I wanted to see some fun. He's a fun fighter, but I can't even lie to you. Excited to see Kai Grito keep moving forward. I need to get on Dana White's Contender Series, but being from England is so poor. If anything, they love the English fighters. What are you talking about? Miranda low-key should get a contract. He just got the shit beat out of him. What are you talking about? He should get a contract. Quick, bro, make a video. Unfortunately, I'm watching it on my phone, so I'm going to make a video on all of it. I'm going to make a video on the whole card after. There will unfortunately be no midstream videos today. Where's your setup? I am in... where am I set up? I'm on vacation. So here's the thing, you guys. There's Strickland. A complete whooping. What do you think Dana is going to do with the rest of the UFC, rest of the card of UFC 332, apart from Yuri Costa for interim? Valentina and Natalia Silva obviously going to be the co-main event. That guy is nuts. Future contender right there. I wouldn't say future contender. I think he's a ridiculous wrestler. Really good takedown attempts. Really good shots. Sometimes he shoots them without really setting them up. That's one thing. So a little bit of a concern with Humphrey kind of going in. He's a very athletic freak of nature. Really does hit hard, but he's not this absurd prospect to contend right now or anything like that. He sharpens up a couple of things. He could be interesting, but I don't think he's a UFC champion by any means. Realistically, who's a good fighter here? You at Myrtle Beach, yes. I believe Bellamir will be champion. I think Bellamir is the set-in champion here. Hope you're enjoying vacation. I'm doing very great. Thank you, my man. Alhamdulillah. Yuri gets favoritism. He's getting that shot. My favorite part about going live during these events is in the middle of so last time I did it during Cancun. My cousin for the first time saw me live in Cancun. He was fucking laughing his ass off in the back, and I got my other cousins. Yesterday they were fucking laughing their asses off in the middle of it. What does Humphrey have to work on? His jiu-jitsu, obviously. I mean, he did get his hooks in, which is pretty solid overall, but he had a couple of opportunities prior to that. He was just trying to focus on the body lock. I think his entries with the striking, he kind of shells up a little bit. There were some big shots that Miranda was landing for quite literally no reason. Those were getting in on Humphrey. He's kind of just shelling up, holding up. But yeah, I'm not saying his jiu-jitsu is horrible. I think he could definitely improve on it. He had several opportunities to get his hooks in. Ended up putting him in a little bit later, which is nice. He wanted to go for the knockout. I liked it. Also on the feet, he just shells up. You saw when Miranda was throwing very loopy shots. No counters really open from Humphrey. Really, none of the counters were available, even though they're right there. He beat Gon and everyone else at heavyweight. What does he have to do for a damn title shot for Volkov? To be fair, he's also super boring. So, kind of what the UFC's kind of looking at. I like Humphrey. He's got personality. I love him. I love this guy. I love him. I hope he prospers. I kind of want to become an MMA creator. Do you have any tips? When it comes to just in general content, you focus on the first 2 to 3 seconds of any sort of piece of content you make. If somebody's scrolling on any sort of app or they're looking on YouTube, if they're going to be looking at your thing and your first impression on your video is, I don't give a shit, I'm going to keep scrolling. Think about if you're laying in bed, first 2 to 3 seconds of your video, would you keep watching it? That's the only advice you get for any sort of content. Bro might go 5-0. We're 2-0 so far. It's two favorites, but I do think every single favorite is going to win on the card. Next is Sean Clancy. That's a complete whooping. What do you think about the GTA 6 leaks? I think if a game has the ability to be leaked, then it has the ability to be put out. I think they're waiting way too fucking long for that shit. You think years layoff won't affect Bella? It's a 1-year layoff on MMA. She's been active when it comes to combat. It's not like she hasn't been physically active. She's also 23 years old. If you have a long layoff when you're younger, it's a lot easier than having a long layoff when you're older. I mean, your body's still in shape. You're definitely getting yourself cooking a little bit more. Cheeseburger, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. What is that fight announcement? Mikey Musumeci versus Bryce Mitchell, Jiu-Jitsu. Great. She's been given a Ken as well. I mean, she's the highlight of the card, so it's kind of how it goes. Favorite food to eat while watching UFC? Fuck. Wings. Probably wings. But when I'm doing commentary, it's like impossible to eat. Anytime I think like I'll have like a bit of fucking Greek yogurt, and all of a sudden I'm choking on it because I'm trying to commentate a fight. Now the October 31st card, just 2 canes. October 31st. That's the week after 333. I didn't even see what was on that. Shirtless stream when? Abe. Wallah, hey, fine God. Fine God, Abe. Shirtless stream Friday, September 4th. During the... Hey, what time is that damn draft, Abe? Like 9? I think 9 sounds great. Because I got a dinner at 7. It'd be fantastic if we could do it at 9. I'm not doing a shirtless stream. Get help. Abe, let's make it 9, please. I have a dinner at 7. I'm begging you. Bryce Mitchell's genuinely really good. He just fought Emmett and Ilya. That's not his fault. I mean, I think he'd beat Emmett 9 times out of 10. I just think Emmett caught him with a big shot. How tall am I? 5'9". I'll check with my sponsor. You watch any other sport? Yeah, football, basketball. I was just doing a best ball draft before this. And soccer. Soccer not as proactively as football and basketball. Favorite UFC prospect? Elijah Smith. Elijah Smith is my favorite prospect. He's fighting Davey Grant next, actually. That's a sick fight. Of course I play fantasy football. I was just doing a best ball draft. You think I don't play fantasy? Best ball is fantasy. What EPL team do you support? Could give a fuck, honestly. Brighton, for the fun of it. I like Solly March and I like Kaoru Mitoma. I like Joao Pedro. Obviously, he's no longer there. And then they had Evan Ferguson, but I don't know what's going on with Ferguson right now. But Solly March and Kaoru Mitoma are my guys. I like Mitoma and March, but I couldn't care less about, like, I'm a Madrid fan, but I watch soccer like not super heavily as much as I do basketball and football. I watch it, but not as like, I watch every Knicks game. I watch every Jets game. I don't watch every single Madrid game. I watch a good amount, but not every single one. I have Genty and Jeremiah Love. I love both of them. I love both of them. They're both hurt. They're both hurt for now. They're not going to be too heavily hurt. Genty probably coming back week 1. Jeremiah Love, maybe not, but we'll see. Mirror by decision is free. I think she gets a submission. What NBA, NFL player do you think would flourish in MMA? None of them. They don't fucking fight. They're just athletes. Until they train, which they haven't, doesn't really mean anything. Dalton is number 2 on the leaderboard. There's a leaderboard on YouTube? Will Humphrey be a problem? I think he'll be fun. I think that's the best way I can kind of say it. A fellow Jets sufferer. Oh, what's up, Zach? No, Niles Reed whooping some heavyweight cans. Yeah. Third fight of the night coming. Sean Clancy Jr. If you're not already following, we're live for the entire fight card. We'll also be live tomorrow doing the $250 giveaway as long as everything goes smoothly. So hype the Argentinian dude lost. Why are you hyped that he lost? When you doing the UFC game again? Tomorrow at, I'll announce it. I'll announce it soon. I'll announce it after the card, but, you know. I got season tickets for the Jets. If you want tickets, I got you. Are you being... Hey, DM me. I'm being serious, Jace. Because, listen, I want to be there for UFC... Not UFC. Well, I'm going to be in New York. UFC 334, November 14, Madison Square Garden. I'm also going to go to a Knicks game. I believe November 11 is that Wednesday. Knicks at home hosting the Cavs. And then that Sunday, November 15, is Jets versus Bills. And Jets are at home. So I kind of want to go there. DBM, give me insider on when Tatsuro's coming back. He took a lot of damage against Van in April, May, or not April and May, so it's probably going to be a bit. Maybe end of the year, Tatsuro will come back. I would love it. When are they going to Japan? I promise you, by the way, on everything I love, I do not care how much money I will have to go in debt for. Thank you, Jason. Always DM me on that stuff, because I do want to go watch one at MetLife. Listen to me. But if Garrett Wilson gets hurt, I probably won't. Thoughts on Yusuf Belgarawi? Very entertaining. Very good. I don't know when Tatsuro's coming back. Do I have Umar winning? Yes. Shout out to Jed York. Huh? That fullback on the Niners. What's his name? Josh or something? It looks like he could fight. What do you mean, Josh? The fullback on the Niners? His name's not Josh. Kyle Juszczyk. Where the fuck did you get Josh? What's up, Roofy? Kayla Harrison don't hide. Bellamir's coming to take the belt. Kayla Harrison and Amanda Nunes are retiring after the fight. You probably already answered this, but do you think Van can beat Pantoja? Yes, I'm going to be predicting Van to beat Pantoja in that fight. I'll give a obviously deeper breakdown towards the fight, but that's essentially it. 2 fights, 2 first-round knockouts. Not first-round knockout, 2 first-round finishes. One of them submission by Humphrey. The other one knockout by Galante. 36 seconds into the fight. Open up the card. That was fun. Very fun. Are you stupid, bro? He meant Josh Hokett. Holy fuck. Bro, I mean, who categorizes Josh Hokett as the fullback from the fucking Niners? Hey, yeah, Josh Hokett is a good fighter, but he's not a great NFL player, to be fair. Otherwise, he'd be playing in the NFL and making a lot more money than he would be in the UFC. Please let this fight be a 3-round war where both... Same thing with Anthony Wynn. Same thing with, you know how it goes. Cheeseburger, thank you for the bear and the, I like what I like, I think. Please let this fight be a 3-round war where both get signed. Completely honest with you, I think Bellator's getting knocked out in the first round. Jamie Lynch, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it, Jamie. Please come next London card. I want to go to the UK. There are a couple trips that I want to go to next year. Banff has been on my mind forever. I want to go to Banff. If you guys don't know what Banff is, look up Banff. Belgarawi lover, thank you for the follow. I want to go to Japan. If the UFC put a Japan card, I promise you on everything I love, I'm going to Japan card. I'm going to wait to go to Japan specifically for a UFC card. How many have I missed? 2 of them, Lexi. 2 first-round finishes. Unlucky. Banff looks beautiful. I do want to go to London or England, or in general, England, some sort of card in the UK. Obviously, that's every single year they go to the UK, so I'll have an opportunity to do that. Whenever they go to the Japanese Super Arena, I want to go there. How late am I to the card? 2 fights off. 2 first-round finishes. I'm Lebanese, not Syrian. Any good prospects here? Bellamir, future champion. Not too far off from it either. They need to go to Dublin. They have no reason to go to Dublin, though. You know that, Jamie. Unfortunately, they have no reason to go to Dublin yet. I hope Ilya's going to be on the New York card, but probably not. Yeah, they're not going to do Ilya on the New York. I think Diego Lopez wants to be on it. Maybe Max Holloway. I think Max Holloway, Diego Lopez is the perfect fight to make. Salah, this is on Paramount. Paramount Plus. Ilya possibly fighting in December. Ilya Taporia was just partying out with 4 girls being posted on their Twitter. I doubt he's going to be fucking fighting this year. Did you hear what Marab said about Ilya? He said he's out there enjoying life right now. He could give a shit about fighting, which sucks. I'm probably going to make a video about it. Like, I don't think Ilya is going to be the same fully when he comes back. Not entirely certain about the love for the sport he has, at least right now. He's trying to just enjoy life a little bit. And I mean, the guy went through so much. He's rich as fuck. Why would he give a shit? So you just pick the favorites. I pick who I believe is going to win, asshole. That's why last card I picked favorites. That's why on Saturday I had 2 underdogs, including the main event, and those won. I pick who I believe is going to win. Could give a shit about the odds. Better fights on DWCS for the next upcoming event. Upcoming weeks. Like, your dumbass would be the type to be like, oh, you hit all 5, but they were all favorites. All right, dipshit. If I picked the fucking underdog, he would have lost. Over 2.5 minutes for the mirror fight. Is that crazy? I'm not playing the minutes game on that. The UFC in Rhode Island. Who's your most hated MMA fighter? MVP. UFC in Rhode Island? Why would you ever want to do that? What do you think about the Piazon fight? I think Uriel's athleticism is going to be the big difference here, especially how quickly he likes to start. Here we go. Round 1 of Sean Clancy versus Gary Bellato, sorry. And I do think that Clancy's going to get a big knockout here. Very big difference in terms of ability between these two guys. I don't necessarily understand how Bellato really has any, or Bellato has any sort of place in Contender Series, let alone the UFC. This is a setup for Sean Clancy to have a big knockout here. Expecting Sean Clancy to have a pretty sick moment. Maybe another first round finish here. There's a left hand right there from Bellato. Nice kicks to the body right there for Clancy, but he ends up getting caught with another left hand from Bellato. When you coming back? Friday, Shag. Clancy right now at distance in the center of the cage as Bellato is being backed up. Favorites are favorites for a reason. Yeah, it just depends on the card, man. Depends on the card. Oh, nice little high kick right there from Clancy. You only want Clancy to win because you're Shia. Yeah, I want the Scottish white fuck to win because I'm Shia. Clancy at distance. Not really going in heavy. Bellato trying to burst in. Oh, another high kick attempt for Clancy. Starting to get closer and closer with that one. That one was a little bit thudding. Deep to the body right there for Clancy. Feints a little fall. Kind of looked like it was going to be a question mark feint there. So another left hand from Bellato. Oh, big right from Clancy. Yeah, that high kick's getting closer and closer. He sets it up with a couple low kicks. It's probably going to end up landing. Needs to give him a reason to avoid it. Or not think about it. Oh, nasty knee for Clancy stepping in. Bellato trying to land a couple shots with the hooks up top. Doesn't really land anything flush. Clancy getting closer and closer. Heavy shots to the body. Heavy shots up top. Little question mark kick right there for Clancy. I told you it was a question mark kick of a feint. It was pretty interesting the way he kind of feinted that one. Oh, little counter left hook. Clancy nearly lands on that one. Bellato trying to jump in with, I think he landed maybe a right hand there. Half the round through. Clancy's so... Oh, that counter right. He threw heavy. Trying to catch Bellato coming in. There's the right low kick right there as Bellato went in orthodox. I think if Bellato steps in orthodox one more time, Clancy has the high kick set up for him because last time he stepped in right there, he threw that heavy low kick. Clancy, not Bellato, or not Clancy, Bellato didn't like it. So if Bellato steps into the orthodox once more, I think it's exactly when Clancy's going to go right high kick again. Big loop and overhand right for Clancy. He's looking for the knockout, clearly. Oh, nice little kick to the body right there for Clancy as well. What minute on the damn screen? Nice teep to the body right there for Bellato. Yeah, the sources were wrong, unfortunately. Do I have commentary on? I have it faint so I can hear the shots. Not much of the commentary. Another heavy low kick right there for Clancy. He switched to southpaw now. Now Bellato switched to orthodox. So now I think Clancy should try to switch back to orthodox and land that high kick with the right side because Bellato is back in orthodox, now back in the southpaw. I think it's very possible for him to do that. Outside low kick right there for Clancy. Very solid at distance here, Clancy is. Gets a very big reaction out of Bellato there with the feint. Trying to lure him into something big. Bellato looks like Gamrot? Nah. 52 seconds left. Maybe we'll finally see a second round. You can't make it where the commentary isn't as loud, but like for me, like you could still hear the commentary and the shots land, but if I'm constantly talking, you're listening to me alongside it, I don't think you'll be able to hear the commentary as heavily. Oh, right hook nearly lands heavy for Clancy there. Good low kick for Bellato. A stiff jab for Clancy. Tries a little jumping knee and a right hook following it. Bellato does get a little right hook through that. Big right hand right there from Bellato, nearly lands flush. It's a good teep to the body right there for Clancy. Clancy's kicks are starting to get timed a little bit by Bellato. I think Clancy was looking for a big knockout early, and that's kind of the big issue for him so far. Does land that jab. I think he just has to get comfortable with his game, comfortable with the kickboxing. And we'll end up seeing a much better round out of Clancy there, but definitely a Clancy round for sure. 10-9 Clancy, we all understand, right? 10-9 Clancy. Fuck. Be right back. All right. 10-9 Clancy. 10-9 Clancy should be pretty obvious. I'm more nervous than Sean. What's your record? We're 2-0. We're 2-0. I mean, it's all favorites right now, so I'm expecting it to be all favorites on the card. Here we go. Sean Clancy Jr. versus Gary Boletto. Going into round 2. First round 2 of the night. Boring fight right now. I mean, I wouldn't say it's some like absurdly action-packed fight, especially just considering the 2 fights we just had, but it's not the greatest fight considering what we had, sure. Here we go. Gary Boletto versus Sean Clancy. It's not boring. They're just not as explosively entertaining as the first 2. Clancy now has an 86% chance to win this round. Another heavy low kick right there for Clancy. Switch stance right there for Boletto. Now Clancy goes in on a double leg, immediately gets it threatened by the choke of Boletto. Though Boletto trying to get in a guillotine, but now the half guard in for Clancy. So it's really just a little bit of annoyance in that guillotine. Nothing really heavy, really doing anything. Unless Boletto can get the guard, then all of a sudden there is an issue. But he needs the guard. He's still holding on to that head. If Clancy can get to the side control, there we go. The head's gone now. Head's out. Clancy now on top. Interesting for Clancy to wrestle here. Didn't expect that. No problem, Salah. Please stop spamming that. Nice elbow right there for Clancy on top. 3:43 left. Now, Boletto holding on to it again. If Clancy can get off to the side control, there's a Von Flu attempt. That's live. There we go. Side control right there for Clancy. And then he steps right over into mount. Fluid hips. Fluid hips. Mount right there for Clancy. Forces his head out of the grip of Boletto. On top now. Let's see how it ends up going. Tyler, thank you for the follow. Does Clancy look sharp? Yes, we're literally talking about the fight. Listen. Let's see what Clancy can do out of the mount here. Heavy elbow. Salah, you're gonna get muted, yes. Just constant spamming, bro. Framing off on Boletto's head. Big elbow right there for Clancy. Let's see if he can do anything from this position. Has it. Looking for the choke. Yeah, rear naked choke is in. Oh, good job from Boletto to kind of avoid it. There is the body triangle right there for Clancy. Trying to frame up with the hips to make sure Boletto can't get out of it. But now he has a body triangle on mount. You actually think Uriel wins? No, I just fucking circled him for decoration. Yes, I think he wins. Boletto doing his best to defend from this position. It's really just Clancy on mount, hammering elbows. What are you talking about? This is boring. My man, he's in mount raining elbows, fighting for choke. You watch 2 first-round finishes, and you watch a car crash in the second fight, and you're just expecting this shit every single fight. Couple other heavy elbows right there for Clancy. Oh, nasty left hand gets through. He might go for an armbar here. He's holding onto the wrists. Boletto's giving him the arms. If Clancy has an armbar in his arsenal, it's there. Heavy shots for Clancy. Just raining shots on top of Boletto here. Oh, nasty elbow. Use his head to push the elbow down. Big elbows from Clancy. Boleto just eating unanswered shot after unanswered shot. He's trying to defend himself, but really nothing happening. Heavy elbows from Clancy. Clancy should unload. Minute left right now. Boleto unable to really defend himself here. And there we go. That's it. Round 2 knockout, or TKO basically, for Sean Clancy Jr. Oh my God, look at the blood. Look at the blood on Boleto's face, man. A well-roundedness, by the way. Everybody expected it to be just mainly stand-up for Clancy, kickboxing, keeping it at distance, fighting him off from there. Beat the shit out of him on the ground. Beautiful double leg, great explosive one. Gets it off to the side. Even though he gets his neck taken, he has the double leg set in, puts his legs off to the side, so he's in the half guard away from the threat of the guillotine, gets his mount. I mean, bro, he worked it beautifully. Side control, immediately fluidly into mount as well. Great stuff from Clancy. Great work from him. Very solid. 2 more fights. Co-main and main event. Thank God. We've had basically 3 fights in an hour. It's a good pacing. We haven't seen a round 3 yet either, which is very, very nice. That's sick. Bellamir, I believe, is going to be champion. More than likely. Which is a great masterclass overall from Sean Clancy. Is that the dude you said would be champ? No, the person I said would be champ is the main event. Bellamir. It's not a dude, it's a lady. She's Frank Mir's daughter. Is this ref idolizing Herb Dean or something? What are you talking about? Reckon the next fight is going to be a knockout or decision. I think Uriel gets a knockout. That, if there's ever going to be a fight that goes to a decision, maybe it's that one, but I think it's too explosive of a heavyweight for it to go to a decision here. Nasty elbows, yeah. How far do you think Sean Clancy makes it? He's 23 years old and he looks pretty well-rounded overall. I want to see how his cardio looks throughout the UFC. I think he gets hit a little bit enough to where it is a concern, but again, he's super young. Solid fighter, man. Think he gets a contract. Thoughts on the council? Met him in Vegas. Cool guy. The next one will be a good fight, I think. Yes, I agree. Would you have Ilya or Arman? Ilya by knockout. How do you think Uriel wins? Knockout. Knockout for Uriel next fight. Should be fun. Should be fun. What did you think of Clancy first round? I think he was just trying to find his big knockout. He's landing some big shots here and there. Like,
that's a huge fight. You got to lock in with that one. Where am I? I'm in Myrtle Beach.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
We are in Myrtle Beach right now.
No. I muted that and paused it. Why did it start again? Okay, we're back. I don't know why my audio just came in. No, I wasn't glitching. It was from earlier. I have the stream up on my laptop as well because my freaking YouTube chat wasn't popping up on OBS for whatever reason. Okay, this guy's gone. How does Bella win and what round? I think Bella wins by first or second round submission in this fight. I think she's going to try to use her boxing a little bit, try to get a little bit inside, show that off just a bit, as much as she possibly can. But I think overall we're going to see Bellamir have her grappling showcased in here. And that's kind of what she's there for to begin with, just highlight her grappling at the highest of level for women's MMA, because you don't really see it too often in there. Do I play UFC 6? Not really. Thoughts on Malcolm Wallmaker's next fight? Did he even get booked? Did Wallmaker get booked? I think he did, right? I can't remember. I feel like he did. I don't even know a Discord server that has these events for free. That'd be illegal pirating, so no. Do you think women's MMA should main event fight nights that are like Mexico and Canada? I don't really think it has any sort of contingency on where it is. I just think in general, there are women's fights that I do believe are worthy of main events. There are just the wrong ones the UFC put on all the time. But the UFC are kind of hip to that now. Like, they didn't do Amanda Nunes versus Kayla Harrison as a main event. They put Justin Gaethje's Patty Pimblett as an interim belt, just for the sake of that, to avoid having Nunes versus Harrison as the main. And then I think they're doing that again right now. I think the only reason Yuri versus Costa is even being rumored to be an interim title fight is solely because they don't want to main event Valentina and Natalia Silva because they know nobody gives a shit for that. How close was that water bottle from going earlier? I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to blame the air conditioning for blowing it out of the way. That's all I'll give you on that. Wallmakers fighting Otari Tanzalovi on October 10th. I feel like I did remember that, but I don't remember exactly. I have to look into that fight. I like Piazon here by knockout. You think it's possible? I mean, he could definitely find a counter here on Uriel, but I'd be shocked, to be honest. Where is Khabib on your GOAT list? Like, what number? It's like 9, 10, or 11. One of those three. He's in that realm. What division right now is the best prospects? Prospects. So championship level bantamweight probably. Alexandre Taporia, Ethan Ewing, Elijah Smith. Bantamweight has a lot of guys up and coming that definitely have the ability to become champion later on. Middleweight actually has a couple of good ones too themselves. That's what I'm looking at. I think bantamweight more than anything. Featherweight has some really good ones too, but they're kind of all come up towards the rankings already. Do you think Ty Miller can be champion? Yes. No. Hell no. Jesus. Do you think Khamzat's overrated? No. Underrated right now, actually. Severely underrated right now. Where is Islam in the GOAT list? Islam Makhachev is the greatest fighter of all time. Not even a conversation. Not the best, the greatest. Two very different things. Piazon versus Uriel should be a good fight. I think the rest of them are good fights. You get to watch Bellamir perform. Who's the boat of the flyweight division? I think it's still Demetrius Johnson. I still think he's the best ever. Can you really make an argument against it? Gable and Holka are great prospects. Heavyweight, I mean, you can't really call Holka a prospect. He's top 5 right now. He's ranked in the top 5. I think once you're ranked, you're no longer a prospect. You're more so a contender, if anything. No hate, just genuinely curious. Why do you pronounce Bilal with your whole chest but not Khabib? Khabib is not an Arab name. He's a Russian name. It's Habib. Yeah, but it's not an Arab name. Bilal is an Arab name. I'm speaking Arabic. I'm saying in Arabic. Habib, for example, that's the pronunciation of his name. It's Habib. But it's not an Arab name. So I'm not used to saying it like that. Who should Shafkat fight when he comes back? It depends on when he comes back, really. That's kind of just depending on where the division is when he comes back. So how do you pronounce Bilal Hassan? Exactly as I just did. And I think he has Hassan as one S, so Hassan. But it depends on how he pronounces it. You just took every favorite. Yes, for this card, I took every favorite because I believed every favorite was going to win. That's why I took every favorite, because I believed they were going to win. The card before I did it, the card before I did it as well. The first 2 Dana White's Contender Series cards, I did not do the same thing. But because I believed all 5 favorites were going to win this week, I'm predicting all 5 favorites. Yeah, no worries, Pat. No worries. Pause that, please. Pause that, please. Thank you. There we go. There we go. All right. On to Uriel versus Piazon. I do not put money on these. Nope. Piazon, no chance, you think? No, sir. The only money I put on any sort of sports is best ball drafts for NFL. That's it. Nothing else. Why Piazon look like Carlos Pratas? I mean, how out of camp is Carlos Pratas? Mozart or Vulcan, also Jan or Marab. I have right now Vulcan, Jan. Jan, I'm not going to change. Vulcan and Vloyev, I'm going to go back and forth on. I have to watch a bit more on that one. More on the recents and stuff. Do you think Paulo Costa is overrated? Yes, right now he is being wildly overrated for sure, but that's where we're at. I walked out with Carlos Pratas at UFC 319. That's fucking insane. Who the hell are you, bro? Jets season tickets, walking out with Pratas. What are you doing? best ball, NFL best ball. It's like just little drafts. Fantasy football drafts, basically. I don't know why more fans don't watch the Contender Series at Speak MMA. They don't know about it enough. They don't know about it enough. Not promoted as well as it should be. Harry Hardwick should get next title shot. Fair. Same village as Clancy Jr. Sick win for him here, too. Flyweight prospects, Bilal Hassan, bantamweight prospects, Ethan Ewing, featherweight prospects. Murtazali Magomedov is never in a million years going to be anywhere near a UFC champion. He's a very solid grappler. He's an okay striker at best. Murtazali Magomedov is not going to be doing anything in featherweight. He will not be some absurdly high-level featherweight. Lightweight prospects, Chonko. Chonko could definitely compete. Welterweight prospects, Islam Dulatov. Dulatov is a middleweight. No, is Dulatov not welterweight? I think Dulatov might be a welterweight. He was fighting. Who is Dulatov supposed to be fighting? Wellington Turman. I'm pretty sure he's a middleweight, no? Islam Dulatov's a middleweight, right? Is he welterweight? Adam Fugit was at 170. Yes, he is a welterweight. He is a welterweight. You're right. Fugit was at 170 as well. Dulatov, I mean, inactivity has been bad. Uriel confidence level, probably the least confidence on this entire card. But that's essentially it. What are your thoughts on the Ultimate Fighter show? I think I did not watch it this year because they didn't have any sort of compelling nature to it with the coaches. Middleweight prospects, Piñas. Damian Piñas is way too soon to tell. It doesn't really look that great, especially if somebody can manage at distance. Clancy was impressive as well, considering he's 23 and made it look fantastic. Light heavyweight, Abdulrahman Yakhyayev, I agree. Heavyweight prospects, Gable Stevenson. Sure. Explanation for it being least confident. Not necessarily that I'm not confident on it per se. I think it's just more so I was a lot more confident on Galante and Humphrey and Clancy and Bellamir. It really just comes down to, like, if I had to have one was the least, it would be him. But maybe he can explode a little bit too much and get countered coming in, but that's kind of it, really, if anything. I think Uriel's going to have a big knockout here. Have you met any UFC fighters? Yes, but, like, are doing 100% accuracy, you're fine on the other Contender Series card. Don't jinx it. Don't jinx it. Don't jinx it, Laris. Don't jinx it. Don't jinx for 3-0. We got 2 more. Bellamir, I'm confident in. It's just about this one. Bellamir, I'm not even worried about. Like, if we win this, I consider us 5-0. Who do you have for 333 co-main and main event? You just asked me the same question, Salah. You asked me the same question, Salah, with all due respect. You listed the fighters. Now you're asking it again. Come on, man. What are you doing? I don't know why. I hate going live when I'm not in my setup. It's just a different feeling, you know what I mean? It's a different feeling. Not as one screen as well. Is RoboCop overrated? I think he's properly rated. I think people honestly just underrated him going into that Fluffy Hernandez fight. I thought it was shocking that he was an underdog, to be honest, just considering the stylistic matchup. But there you go. So what exactly is the Ultimate Fighter show? The Ultimate Fighter was supposed to be where you have 2 coaches coming from the UFC that have some sort of history or beef or trajectory against each other to be able to fight in a very high stakes matchup. And they coach 2 different teams in that what's it called? In that show. And so you're going to have some very, very good TV because they hate each other. And then you have those fighters in there trying to get into the UFC and they're living in the same house. So tensions are high. They're all cutting weight. They all know they have to fight each other at some point. So it makes for good TV. But all of a sudden when they left, when they went on to like Paramount and ESPN and some shit, all of a sudden, like, it's just like they've completely trickled it down. It's so weird. Like, none of the good, legitimate heat of the TV is there anymore. The coaches really don't get into beef because they don't bring them anymore. I'm streaming on TikTok and YouTube, like always. Every single... Salah, I'm muting you, bro. I'm sorry. Everything you send is in spam. Iwo Baraniuski, overrated. Abdulrahman Yakhyayev beat Iwo by round 1 knockout. I think Iwo's overrated as well, yes. I think Iwo's wildly overrated. I'm not saying he's horrible. I just think he's overrated. All right, here we go. Piazon versus Uriel co-main event, and then we get to watch Bellamir in the main event. Will he be showing the fight? No. That's a felony, unfortunately. Fight, are you ready? Fight, are you ready? Here we go, fight! Round one. Immediate takedown attempt from Piazon. Not what I expected. Now, Uriel threatening the neck on a guillotine. Instantly, we have a double leg attempt from Piazon. Direct shot. Trying to mitigate any bit of Uriel's explosiveness early on. So we get to see maybe it's something that Piazon isn't necessarily loving to deal with that Uriel explosiveness and athleticism early on. But we get to see how that looks right now. If Piazon wins, he'd be the only underdog on this card to win because there is no damn world where Bellamir is losing tonight. Guillotine! High elbow! Key's cranking on it. It's not there anymore, but now it is again. He's threatening it. As the high elbow the other side. Guillotine is live. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. He's gonna make him tap. He taps! He puts him to sleep! He puts him to sleep! Oh my god. I mean, I don't know what Piazon was doing. He just shoved his head right in there and just got taken off. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh man, if you don't, I swear to God, if you don't watch Dana White's Contenders, if you're not here every single Tuesday watching it with us, you're out of your damn mind. It's the best BSD clone. It's the best piece of television you get to watch every single week. We're 5-0. All 5 favorites. Why'd you pick all 5 favorites? Why'd you pick all 5 favorites? Because they're all gonna fucking win this week. That's why. Because they're all gonna win. That's why we picked all 5 favorites. Because they're all gonna win. Ridiculous athlete. Fantastic guillotine right there. Instantly. I mean, just direct guillotine right there from him. Beautiful job actually stuffing that takedown, using the hips, and just constantly and we're here with the music again. And people don't even watch it. It's literally, there is no better piece of entertainment than Dana White's Contender Series every single week. It's not even a conversation. Chance, please, I'm begging you, please stop with the music. Thank you for the gift, so please stop with the music. How good is Josh Hogan? We know Josh Hogan's a beast, man. Come on, you know Josh Hogan's a beast. Oh, my camera is lagging. My camera is lagging. Why did you guys tell me my camera was lagging like that? Is my camera that bad? It really is just on TikTok. The virtual camera on TikTok is bad. Oh, it just started lagging, so it wasn't lagging before. Was it lagging the whole live? Was it lagging the whole live, or did it just start? Oh, okay, we've been good. Okay. Are you having fun on vacation? It's been pretty fun, yeah. Toaster quality. The MacBook and the MacBook mix. It's not even the MacBook. It's just this hotel Wi-Fi particularly is just not having a great time. But that's really it. I think we're fine for the most part. I think if I move too fast, this thing starts having a heart attack. I don't know how I'm gonna do the giveaway streams, man. I don't know how I'm gonna do the giveaway streams. Let me get the charger actually, just so. Oh no. There we go. Wish they put more fights on there. Yeah, I mean it'd be nice to have more Dana White's Contender Series fights on there, but. Are we being dead fucking ass? Okay, whatever. Do you think Hoke beats Pereira at Quick Night? Thank God, bro. It's always nice to have these fights not last forever and ever and ever. Now we have Bellamir. It's YouTube too. It's been lagging. Yeah, fair enough. Okay, so, I mean, we might not go live. We might not go live tomorrow or Thursday. We might just start our lives back up on Friday. Because I don't want to have another attempt at a giveaway Wednesday and Thursday. And I enjoy the streaming, Aziz. That's the problem. It's not about I'm streaming just for you guys. Like I obviously am streaming for you guys as well, but yo, bro. Josh, bro, what are we doing, man? $10 from Josh in the YouTube. Hey, Mr. MMA DBM. This is one of the Discord mods. You're living out of a hotel and need to improve your health and camera quality to be a successful TikTok creator. Anyways, take $10. Love you. Always, Tubby Wubby Boo Boo Bear. Watch the cuss. We're being serious, Josh? We're being serious? Hope the Cavs don't win a game next year, Josh. Thank you for the $10, Josh. Hope the Cavs don't win a single. Hope the Steelers don't win a single game either. I think Alex Pereira brutally knocks out Hokit if he doesn't get wrestled into oblivion. Yeah, fair enough. Is the audio at least not lagging? Like if the camera's lagging a little bit, that's fine. But is the audio lagging at all? I think we're not going to stream until Friday after today. The audio's good? Okay. I think we do a 3-hour live stream on Friday. I don't want to promise 3 hours, but it's guaranteed at least 2. Is the main event a good fight? Yes. Auto's 100% okay. One more fight, it's Bellamir. One more fight, and it's Bellamir. If Kavanaugh makes it past the first round, think he'll beat Temerov, yeah. I don't know. Temerov could still destroy him second round. Temerov's still good in round 2, man. Yeah, submissions today. What do we got? 3 submissions. 3 submissions, 1 knockout. One more fight. I think Bellamir is going to get a submission as well. So I think that's the goal. Tomorrow and Thursday, no live stream. We're going to have to take a bit of a break on it because my setup on vacation and the Wi-Fi here is dick. And then we'll go on Friday. We'll do a long stream for you guys. And then we'll have the stream obviously Saturday morning / Friday night. We'll have some fun. We'll make up for the no streams. It's not addicted, Ozzy. It's 1, it's my job. And 2, it's fun, bro. It's fun. It's part of the fun, man. She will drop her and knock her out. Very possible she gets a good knockout as well. Frank Mir was more of a... I think Frank Mir was more of a jiu-jitsu guy, right? If I'm not wrong. Who do you think is top 10 material on the card? I think right now, Bellamir. But I think Bellamir is going to be champion. I think Clancy and Humphrey have good potential. I think Uriel actually has some very solid potential as well. Hey, man, we're here. All 5 favorites are going to win. Don't bitch about me picking favorites if they all win. Why are there mostly Brazilian and American fighters in Dana White's Contender Series? Because they probably make up for a majority of the fighters on the planet. Let's be honest. I mean, of the highest of level caliber fighters in the world, I mean, it's going to be Russia, Brazil, and U.S. are going to be the more predominant nations, right? So would you be shocked that Dana White's Contender Series is going to bring a lot of Brazilians and Americans on? No. Can't wait to see Mir's daughter in action. What a prospect. I can't wait. If you watch her tape, she looks very solid. She looks green. She does look green, but she's very solid. Lonnie by knockout, by flying knee. I'd love that. Good shit, my boy. Appreciate you. Another broomstick, eh? Another broomstick, eh? Hopefully. Hopefully. Sing along. There we go. All right, let's get it going. Let's get Bellamir out here. Let's not milk more time. Let's just keep it moving. Not a single upset on this card. You're going 5 for 5. Yep. Bellamir is not losing. We went 5 for 5. When am I going to make WWE content? I'm not making WWE content again. I think it's going to be a long time until I make any other content outside of just MMA. I want to make sure we get this brand up as quickly as possible, as built up as possible. Yeah, but this is a vacation. Have fun with your family, friends, and they're way more important. I mean, it's not just about that, man. I got to make money too, but it's also, you know, contingent upon a couple other things, you know? Sing along, started every day. Fight was awesome, yeah. Sick fight. Sick fight so far on the card. Great fight so far on the card. Thoughts on Arnold Allen's next fight against Aaron Pico? I really want Pico to win, and Pico really is, on paper, such a stupidly good fighter, but man, he can just do some stupid things in the octagon, can't he? I'm rooting for Pico. I think it's a very good chance he wins the fight. I think it's going to be a very tough fight for him against Arnold Allen. I think Arnold Allen's one of the more underrated guys in the UFC. Here we go with Bellemere, man. Reminds you of the MVP card where they will milk the interviews. I don't think it's going to be bad. I think we're going to be coming into this pretty soon. Bellemere making her big UFC debut, UFC style debut, essentially. Not UFC, but Dana White's Contender Series entry right now. Coming into the UFC world. UFC needs to sign Paul Hughes. That'd be a fun one. Sing along, feeling strong. Yeah, I feel like there's more. Do you think they're all first round finishes? It dims Sean's performance. No, it doesn't dim anybody's performance if it's all first round finishes. These cards are insane. They got to do 2 seasons a year. This, by the way, Dana White's Contender Series should happen all year. All year. Dana White's Contender Series should not. It should happen alongside the UFC schedule. And by the way, this should be the only way fighters get into the UFC. It's through Dana White's Contender Series. You cannot see Bella losing. And if I ask you how, you have no clue because you didn't even watch a lick of Apodaca's tape if you're saying that. She's not losing. Can UFC just announce Usman to the UFC already? Usman or Magomedov posted a photo, I believe, with the UFC stuff in the background saying some interesting thoughts on Clancy. Very solid. Very, very solid level prospect. What would you pick as UFC 322 co-main and main? Obviously, be realistic. Like not fighters who injured. I thought Petruzzelli got his ass flattened. You'll miss Contender Series when it's over. Only 10 weeks in the year is ridiculous. Dana White's Contender Series should be the only way anybody gets into the UFC. It should be year-long, every single Tuesday, and they should have it where that's the only way you get into the UFC. It is Dana White's Contender Series. Simple as that. You want to get into the UFC, you fight through Dana White's Contender Series. That's going to incentivize people to not sit through other promotions and wait and wait and wait and build up there. You go through Contender Series no matter what. Makes the best fights. I don't see why anybody could disagree with you. So I'm agreeing with you on that. Seriously. That way, on top of it, you're never worried about short notice fighters either. By the way, you also have like how many fighters coming into the UFC every single year at that point then? You don't need to offer everybody a contract if you don't believe in them. There are a lot of fighters who come and win by finish that the UFC doesn't believe are worthy of a contract. You choose who you believe is UFC level and you bring them in from Dana White's Contender Series. At the end of the day, at least they get themselves kind of on a good lighting at that point. Another $2 from Josh Barber FN on YouTube. Hey, be quiet. No one cares what you're saying. You misspelled your, Josh. Didn't you graduate high school, Josh? Using the wrong fucking your? Do better. I taught you better than that, man. Do you think the UFC should have a system for cutting fighters? Yes. Like, Cedricus Dumas getting another fight in the UFC is disgusting. My UFC 333 card pick Movsar Evloev by decision, Jan by knockout. I could see Evloev winning. Jan absolutely will be winning. I don't know about round 2 knockout, though. Volkov by decision or late knockout. I think Koniev is going to melt Volkov. Temirov by knockout, I believe. I'm with you on that. Arnold Allen by decision, very possible. Abus Magomedov by round 1 sub. It's a sick fight with the Abus one. I don't know. Bellemere is not losing shit. This guy's American. I'm Lebanese. I live in America. I did, but I only wanted to send $2, but I couldn't use your without going over the word limit. There's no world where that's the word limit. We've seen longer messages on these ones, bro. Frank Mir's daughter. Yep, Bellemere. Volkov versus Koniev is such a good fight. I think Koniev is going to melt him, to be honest. I think the UFC have a very deliberate plan with that one. Zoom out. I'm on a MacBook camera. This will be the last time we are live on until Friday. I do have to take a 2-day off break for live streams just because of how shit the setup is here. Considering he was fed to the biggest American MMA prospect currently, I thought Miranda looked okay. Man, I guess. I wouldn't say he's the best American prospect currently. I think Humphrey's solid, but come on. Hey, Bellamir's ready, bro. Last fight, main event. You said Kaniev is winning. I think, yes, I think Kaniev is winning. Yes, he used the wrong your. We are for real. Volk slimes out Rizvan Kaniev. Volkov is not doing anything to Kaniev. Nothing. Here we go. Here we go. Apodaca versus Bellamir. The last thing she's doing is submitting Bello. Apodaca. All finishes this card. Yep. I expected it. We called it. We called everything that happened in this card, by the way. We said all favorites are going to win this card. First time we picked all favorites so far in Contender Series. There's a reason we picked it this time. Best base for MMA. I think boxing. I know a lot of people say wrestling. I think boxing. My favorite video to watch, and you're better than all the other people. Thank you, Janelle. Appreciate you, my man. After seeing Clancy, then it shows the level of Cage Warriors, which will continue to be shown. I think Cage Warriors is always pretty legit overall. For the most part, they obviously have some very, very overrated ones, like the Hardwicks, but Yakhyayev easily beats Krylov, I agree. Nurilo Aliyev by boring decision, I don't know. I mean, I think Grant Dawson's a pretty bad matchup for him, but it's a weird one. A boost by round 1 knockout or round 1 submission. Tough fight. A wrestler would kill a boxer. A wrestler would have to worry about entering and getting hit. Now, a boxer would also have to be worrying about his legs at that point. I think the best base is boxing in terms of damage. Wrestling can get you down, but a boxer can always get up if a wrestler doesn't have jiu-jitsu. Wrestlers have a very good job at getting people down, but if you're solely basing it off of who wins in a fight between a wrestler and a boxer, I think boxers have a better ability of getting up and separating in a fight than a wrestler does in controlling and keeping the jiu-jitsu down. Wrestling doesn't help you solely get a guy down. Do you train MMA personally? I used to, but not necessarily much. So not really. I just watch it like super, super, super religiously. What's the overall most dominant discipline in MMA? Dominant discipline? Again, I still say boxing. Wrestling is probably more generic. Am I recording on a Nintendo right now? I might as well fucking be, right? We'll be back on Friday. The boxer would gas out because wrestling cardio is just different. Well, boxing cardio is also different as well. So, I mean, if a boxer is able to avoid the wrestler, you got to think about it. This wrestlers do not enter from the same realm in the UFC or in any sort of actual fight. When you see like Bo Nix, not Bo Nix, Jesus, that's NFL. Bo Nickel and what's the other asshole? Gable Stevenson in the UFC. They don't have these unbelievable wrestling entries because it's not the same entry as they have. You know what I mean? You have to shoot out of distance a little different. You're worried about getting hit. 4-0 so far on the card. All finishes. Now we have Apodaca versus Bellamir. Apodaca coming in, trying to become the biggest underdog to win. She has a lip tattoo. Okay. Bellamir's going to run through her. Bella's not losing shit, boys. You think Malcolm Wellmaker could become ranked since his move to ATT? No. Never. From Texas. Jesus. Picking all the favorites. Well, they all won, asshole, didn't they? Do you think Islam Makhachev will become triple champion? Never in a million years. He does not touch Strickland. Strickland can handle Khamzat's wrestling. You think he can't handle Makhachev's? You're out of your mind. He would try to slam the boxer over and over again. I mean, good luck. That's going to exert a lot of energy out of the wrestler. A lot of it. Yeah, Apodaca's getting subbed. Is Frank Mir in her corner? Is that Frank? Interesting, if that is. Yeah, it is. Wow. Has her father, and I think that's her brother. Kind of looks like Frank Mir, the other guy. Here we go. Watch Mir get put to sleep. Bellamir is putting her to sleep with a choke. Wrestlers have different cardio. They're not normal. You can't say wrestlers have different cardio than boxers. It's a different game. If they're going to be on the feet and the boxer is able to keep his distance and avoid from the shots of the wrestler, and the wrestler has no clue how to get in on the takedown because they're so used to being neck and neck with a guy because there's no such thing as backward movement in wrestling. In wrestling, you're not allowed to move backwards. That's a point deduction. It's a violation. So if a wrestler has to fight a guy who's constantly moving backwards or kind of circling off to the side, all of a sudden, you get hit. Your cardio is a whole different world because you're not used to getting hit whatsoever. A boxer is. Between a wrestler and a boxer, the one that's used to taking damage much more is the boxer. The wrestler doesn't have any jiu-jitsu behind him as well. The boxer automatically has pretty solid hips. I'd be shocked. Yes, there you go. Wrestlers can't take a punch as well. Not nearly as much. They're not conditioned to, at least. What age do you think is too late to start training MMA? I don't know. We saw Volkanovski started like 22, 23 years old and he became a champ, so... One of the best ever. One of the greatest ever. Bella Mir versus Alex Apodaca. This is going to be a mauling. The biggest favorite in Dana White's Contender Series history. I do believe Muay Thai is probably the cleanest one to start off with. Here we go. Bellamir making her UFC Worlds debut as the biggest favorite. There's a big left hand from here. Biggest favorite in Dana White's Contender Series history, and a nice knee in the clinch after that. There's a good right hook. She's hittable, though. Mir is hittable. She's very green defensively in the boxing, and she's more. There's a good left hand. There's a good left hand right there for Apodaca as well, but I think Mir, honestly, when she does go into the boxing, gets hit pretty often. There's a left hand for both, but I think it just comes down to whenever Mir wrestles here. There's a big right hook and a knee right there for Mir. Minus 6,000. She was minus 6,000. Right now, Apodaca moving forward a little bit. Mir trying to play the boxing, and she is getting tagged a lot by Apodaca. It's really just a matter of when Mir wrestles here. Mir doesn't really move her head, so anytime you throw down the pipe, you're going to land. There we go. She finally moved it. She gets out of the way. There's a takedown attempt right there from Mir. Tries to catch the kick. Goes into a body lock, and I do think this is where Apodaca comes down here. Wraps up the leg. Mir does. Overcommits. Doesn't get her down. Let's see how that works here. This week was super fun and enjoyable. Well, last week was a whole different world. Body lock right there from Bellamir. Gonna try to chain her down. Elbows right there from Apodaca. Now, actually, Apodaca fights off the hands of Mir. But Mir looking to try to get a little bit of a trip outside. Mir's gonna try to chain in. There's a big knee for Mir there. Apodaca gets out of the way. So stuffs the takedown of Mir early. Too big of a favorite. There's a good left hand right there from Mir. Back to the center, deep to the body right there for Apodaca. This week is not bad. What are you talking about? We have 4 finishes so far. This is a big left hand for Bellamir. What are you talking about? This week's so bad. We had 2 first-round finishes started off and 2 freaking insane fights. 36-second knockout. There's a big right hook from Mir and a big left hand from Mir. Apodaca doesn't like him. Clinches up. Mir tries a little judo throw. Apodaca framing off. Good whizzer. Whizzer kind of actually for Mir more than it is for Apodaca. Weird situation where Apodaca somehow gets into a better position. Weird. Yeah, minus 6,000 is wild. A lot of the hype obviously being a big part of it, but I still think she's going to get a finish. Apodaca should try to go for a knee there. But Mir is trying to frame off with the leg. Some blood there from Bellamir actually coming in now. Deep to the bottom there for Apodaca. High kick right there for Apodaca as well. Good left hand right there for Apodaca, catching Mir coming in. Minus 6,000 favorite. Imagine she loses. Outside low kick right there for Apodaca. Deep to the body for Apodaca. I wouldn't be surprised if Dana White avoids giving her a contract. I think she has some absurd potential, but like, because women's bantamweight's so bad. It's not, no, don't say compared to other week it wasn't enjoyable. We had 4 insane fights. This main event hasn't been the greatest, but no, that's a load of bullshit. There we go. Bellamir does get her down, does take the back, has a hook in, doesn't have the other hook in right now. Apodaca has to fight it off. 25 seconds left. Mir has to just go for broke here in this position. $17 seconds left. Mir has to try to shove it in, but it's not going to work here. And Apodaca does a very good job actually defending the position and getting on top of Mir, and big elbows. Big shots for Apodaca there. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I think Apodaca won the first round. I think Apodaca won the first round. I think Apodaca won the first round. She's green. She's very green. I think she's solid. I think she's super, super green. But I do think that Bellamir lost that round. Apodaca's corner is saying that Mir's going to fold. Interesting. All right, here we go. Round 2. Round 2. Here we go. Round 2 of Bellamir versus Alex Apodaca. So Mir now has 73% chance to win live. Here we go. Apodaca now moving forward to Bellamir on the back foot. Maybe the confidence of Mir not looking that great. Right hook right there from Apodaca. There's a double leg right there. Oh, beautiful sprawl from Apodaca. That's an incredible, incredible sprawl from Apodaca. Beautiful takedown defense. Big right hand from Apodaca. Nice uppercut right there from Mir. She is not the big favorite they expected her to be. Any of us expected her to be. Big left hand right there from Mir. I can't show the fight, you know. It's literally a felony. A weird feint from Mir. Don't look that great. This could be the biggest upset in Contender Series history. As of right now. Oh, big left hand and a right hook from Mir in the counter. I don't think she's getting a contract today if she wins, even if it's a finish. I mean, you could tell she's still super young. Only 4 MMA fights now. There's a left hand right there from Mir. Good teep to the body right there from Apodaca. There's a big right hook from Bellamir getting in there. Why don't I? It's a felony. I'm watching the fight. I stream the fight. UFC takes the stream down, bro. Bellamir constantly getting backed up right now by Apodaca. But Apodaca not really landing that much. It's mainly just Mir landing a little bit better in the counter, but not the fight we expected. There's an uppercut from Mir. Maybe the range is giving her problems. Another big left hand right there from Mir. She has to get aggressive. She has to, I think she's kind of losing her confidence a little bit in this. Another high kick attempt for Apodaca. I think this is a clear Mir round so far. Still 2 minutes to go. Not even remotely close to true Aussies. And also, you're way too young to be doing about underdogs. Teep to the bottom right there for Apodaca. Another teep to the body for Apodaca. It's a very, very well utilized weapon there in the right hand to the body. Mir's hands dropped. There's a big left hand for Mir there, but her hands dropped after those body shots from Apodaca. Another teep for Apodaca. I don't think Mir likes those at all. Kind of like wincing at them. Oh, jab right there from Apodaca. Catches the kick of Mir. And a right hand there. Teep to the body right there for Apodaca as well. Constant kicks. Mir's activity is nothing. She's not throwing anything. Oh my god. I'm bewildered. I am bewildered. Little fly knee right there from Mir. Doesn't land. I don't know, man. The biggest favorite. I mean, she's not doing anything. She's not engaging. She's not pushing pace. Dana was biased towards Bo Nickel, and he made him fight a couple times too. So no, they will not give you a contract if they don't believe you're ready for a contract. Couple shots right there from Apodaca. Not really great counters from Mir. Mir trying to get in on the inside, trying to explode. Apodaca doing a very good job getting out of the way. I mean, Mir looks disheveled. The nose of Mir is bloodied up bad. I mean, a lot of blood coming out. You could say it's 2-0 Apodaca. Biggest underdog in Dana White's Contender Series history. A minus 6,000 favorite is about to lose. I think she's like mentally defeated right now. I think she's so mentally defeated. It could be 1-1. It could be 2-0. You could give Mir one. You could give Mir round one. I definitely think you could give Mir round. Your future champ is getting pieced up. I mean, she's 23 years old on top of it, and the bantamweight division sucks. Very, very possible. Very, very possible she's still a future champ. I just think that she's super young. I also said she's super green as well, but she's going to be a champion in the UFC. But she looks horrible right now. You guys act like people can't win at all, or can't look good, or can't lose, or can't... This is a problem with a lot of MMA fans. You guys treat it like it's boxing half the time as well. You guys look at these fighters, they look bad in a fight, and all of a sudden they're the worst ever. The biggest favorite in Dana White's Contender Series history could either be down 2-0 or tied 1-1 right now. And now... Well, I mean, this is insane. Mir's still on the back foot in a fight where she probably needs to get a finish to win. Her nose is rough. She's on the back foot. Stiff jab from Apodaca there. Apodaca now the live favorite as well. Oh my god. Big knee from Bella. Teep to the body from Apodaca there. I don't think Melamir has hated those body shots. I think that was a very hard teep to the body. Kind of like a push kick to the body Apodaca had. Oh my god. Mir might have this takedown. Nope, Apodaca, very good job with the hips. Stepping over, actually doing a very good job. She has Mir in a horrible position. Oh my god. The biggest favorite in Dana White's Contender Series history is going to be losing. Oh, she's losing. I mean, she lost round 2. You could argue she's lost the last couple rounds. Mir is still holding on to this leg desperately, but not doing anything off of it. Not able to really chain anything off of this situation. She's trying to posture up a little bit now. Doesn't have the power. This is insane. Apodaca now getting to the back. Mir needs to just kind of just let it go. 2 minutes and 50 seconds left. Biggest favorite in the entire history of the Dana White Contender is about to lose. Stiff jab from Apodaca landing. It's like Namo last week, except Namo wasn't a minus 6,000 favorite, was he? There's another takedown attempt from Mir. The wrestling just wasn't there today. Another single right there for Bellamere. I mean, she's getting on these takedowns and she's just holding on desperately to the ankle. She's looking for the back. She might get Apodaca's back. She has the left hook in. She needs the right hook in as well. 2 minutes to go. Apodaca very calm in the situation, grabbing the wrist of, Bellamir's nose is busted up bad. She has 1 and 42 left to finish the fight. She needs to get this right hook in without letting Apodaca get in. She needs to get her right hip into the side as quickly as she can. Put in the weight. Commit right now. Because in this exact situation, she's going to get shrugged off. She needs to engage her right hip. Her right hip is so important to be engaged in this situation. I don't think she's going to. Maybe a little bit. Shove the hook in. You need to commit the hook. She's committing it. She's trying at least. Apodaca doing a very good job fighting it off. Does Mir have the flexibility to kind of get that? Is there any sort of dexterity in her legs to be able to get it? Minute left. Apodaca's just going to hold on to those wrists as tightly as she possibly can. Mir doesn't have both hooks in, so it's not entirely going to be there. It's a felony. You can't show the fights. Yes, I cannot show the fights because it's a felony. It looks like the biggest favorite in Dana White's Contender Series history is about to lose. Maybe she switches to arm. She doesn't have anything there. Mir is trying to go for a twister, maybe? "15 seconds, not enough time." That's it. The biggest favorite in Dana White's Contender Series history just lost. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Oh my God. I thought she lost. You could argue she lost all 3 rounds. You could argue she lost all 3 rounds. I'm not going to make early 331 predictions. I always make them the Monday of. It's not going to be a robbery. I doubt it. You can't give it to her. Wow, we didn't sweep. The biggest favorite in the history of the freaking Dana White Contender Series just lost. I mean, seriously, holy shit. I don't know how you could score 2 rounds for her. It's 2-1 or 3-0 for Apodaca. You can give her all 3 rounds. You could say she won round 2, round 3. Especially damage based. I mean, Control in Vegas doesn't really score too well either. I'd be shocked, man. I'd be shocked. Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Shirley. The biggest upset in Dana White's Contender Series history has officially just happened. Wow. Oh my God. I think that's the biggest upset in UFC history. I still think she's going to be great. I just think she's super green. She's 23 years old, or a year removed from MMA. So she hasn't fought in MMA in a year, and she's 23 years old. She's too young. I was wrong on being champ within 2 years, but I still think she could be champion. She's just way too young right now. You could tell she's super green. That's insane. That might be the biggest upset in the history. Minus 6,000 favorite. I don't think a minus 6,000 favorite has ever happened in the UFC. You include this with UFC underdogs. This is the biggest underdog to ever win in UFC history. Dana White's Contender Series, UFC, there has never been a bigger underdog. By far the biggest underdog. She looked shaken up. She looked shaken up. We were 4-0, and then the biggest underdog ever literally just freaking won. Gable Stevenson was the biggest favorite previously at minus 4,000. So yeah, this is the biggest underdog to ever win. The biggest underdog in UFC and Dana White's Contender Series to ever win. Holy, I gotta get. Okay, the mic's back. Mic's back. All right, mic's back. Mic is back. Mic is back. The camera's laggy as hell, but that's what we're here for. Is what it is. We're gonna have to live with it. Yeah, camera's rough. It's the end of the stream. Don't worry. The biggest underdog. I want to see. She better be getting a contract, surely, right? She's nowhere near UFC level. Who, Apodaca or Bellamere? Bellamere is way too young. Way too young. Way too green, way too young. You could probably call it a fraud check. Because you can't, I mean, how do you, if there's ever going to be a fraud check, you could probably call that one it. Wow, man, that's insane. Minus 6,000 favorite lost. Biggest underdog in UFC and Dana White's Contender Series history. Gone. First ever. That's insane. I mean, surely she gets a contract, right? She just beat Bellamere as the biggest underdog in the history of the company and anything related to the company. If Laura Sanko just like screwed her over right there. That's insane. That's insane. Here we go. Let's see Dana White give the contracts. She's a good personality too. Apodaca's a good personality. It's actually crazy she gets her back taken with 2 minutes left. She is as calm as it gets. Insane. Oh, my screen's literally still frozen. My screen is still frozen. That's great. Is my camera frozen on YouTube? Oh, the camera's just destroyed. It's horrible. TikTok camera frozen. Yeah, I mean, I can't do anything about it right now. It's glitchy as shit. Unlucky. I'm just waiting for the contracts to be announced. Or I don't even... Can I... Oh, I can't. Yeah, I can't do that. I'm not a 1%. I'm on a laptop trying to run 2 different streams at the same time. That's the problem. Do we really need to watch ads right now? Can Dana White just announce these? Imagine how many people lost money. Imagine how many people just lost money. Wow. Bro, that's insane. That was insane. The biggest underdog ever. Wow, 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 wow. Holy shit, man. Holy shit. Holy shit. Why are they sitting in the octagon now? Why are they sitting in the octagon? Here we go. Let's hear Dana White. Dana's not happy. Dana's not happy, obviously.